talking about I'm trying to create a gender divide. That's not it. What I'm really trying to do is demonstrate that there is a gender divide.
WNBA goes nuts after the recent racist assault on Caitlin Clark, because apparently playing well is practically a crime in this league now.
As you guys know, throughout this entire year, Caitlin Clark has been at the center of so many controversies, whether she said something or not, whether she did something on the court or not. And that is something that we have addressed.
But Caitlin Clark isn't new to racism. It's practically part of the job in women's basketball. Either you get targeted for your race or bullied for being too good. They say they can't stand her. Why? Because she's white. That's straight-up racism, no sugarcoating it. In a recent interview with The Times, Caitlin praised her black teammates who worked tirelessly to lift the league. But because it's Caitlin, every word she says gets twisted into controversy. It's the same old playbook. Cherry-pick her words, invent outrage. Fortunately, voices like Stephen A. Smith and Rachel Day to back her up, because they actually have some sense.
Can't fucking stand her. Why? Because she's white. It's abject, absolute racism. It's total racism.
In her recent interview,
At just 22, Caitlin Clark stormed into the WNBA and rewrote history. Rookie scoring record? Smashed it with 769 points, averaging 19.2 a game. 2 triple-doubles, including a jaw-dropping 19-assist game? Unheard of for a rookie. This wasn't just a solid first season. It was an all-out takeover.
Time Athlete of the Year. 22 years old. She had a record-breaking season with the Indiana Fever. In the WNBA, she shattered 6 rookie records for points and assists, 4 franchise records.
She dominated, but greatness always attracts hate. After a standout playoff game where she got injured on a foul, did people rally behind her? No, she got racist emails full of slurs and threats. Instead of sympathy, she got toxicity. Social media trolls piled on too, ignoring her record-breaking season and going straight for the cheap shots.
Know that Caitlin Clark is the Time Athlete of the Year.
Even some fellow black players added fuel to the fire. Racist remarks, hateful messages, and the classic "you look like a man" insult. When you can't touch her game, you attack her looks. Standard troll tactics. It's sadder because it highlights a deeper rut, a league culture where racism and bullying still thrive. Caitlin herself has openly acknowledged her white privilege and how it affects her visibility. In that same Times interview, she highlighted the huge role black players have played in building the league and called for more investment and recognition. But even then, she didn't get the same empathy back. Instead, her rise triggered uncomfortable conversations about race, privilege, and double standards in the WNBA. Players like Angel Reese have thrown shade instead of support. But let's be real, the problem isn't just about Clark. The league itself has allowed this toxic environment for years.
Can't fucking stand her. Why? Because she's white. It's abject, absolute racism. It's total racism.
Caitlin's experience proves this isn't just about her. It's about the WNBA's culture. The hate she's faced echoes what black players like Natasha Cloud and Liz Cambridge have been saying for years. Systemic racism is alive and well. But the league never cared. Until now, when it's a white player under attack and the ticket sales are soaring.
Grown up a huge women's sports fan, whether it was basketball, whether it was soccer, whether it was volleyball, you go down the list. Like, I grew up loving it and watching it.
Stephen A. Smith called it out bluntly. If you're white, you're bright, you're right. He wasn't just pointing at Caitlin. He targeted the league's failure to tackle systemic racism. But Smith also asked tough questions. Is Clark doing enough to stand with her black peers who faced racism long before her? Some fans say she should speak up more, given her massive platform. Others argue it's unfair to put that weight entirely on her shoulders. Sports voices like Rachel Day came to Clark's defense, stressing that as women, they need to support each other, and that Clark, to her credit, understands her privilege rather than ignoring it.
She was nobody. She had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? She can't help the way she was born. She was born as a white person. She's a decent, respectful human being, a lovely young lady who goes out there and performs.
Despite the hate, plenty of fans weren't having it. Social media lit up with messages defending Clark and demanding real action from the league. Fans called out the WNBA's hypocrisy, branding itself as progressive but failing to protect its own players. As Rachel pointed out, Clark's arrival skyrocketed the league's popularity. So what is the WNBA doing to keep her and others safe? Not much.
There are a lot of really good fans, whether they've been fans for 20 plus years or whether they're new fans in our league. I think continuing to uplift this league in a very positive light.
It's telling that this same league, which still forced players to fly commercial until recently, is fumbling so badly on something this serious. Black players have faced racist slurs and threats for years, and heard only silence in response. Deonna Carrington got racist emails. Alyssa Thomas faced racist chants. Where was the outrage? Now that Clark is a target, suddenly everyone's paying attention. Progress shouldn't only happen when it benefits the league's bottom line.
That's not it. What I'm really trying to do is demonstrate that there is a gender divide.
Clark herself finally spoke up, and she didn't mince words. Nobody in our league should be facing any sort of racism, hurtful, disrespectful, hateful comments, or threats. It was long overdue, and she made it clear this isn't just about her. It's about the whole league and the culture that needs to change. The WNBA can't keep hiding behind PR statements. Real action means creating systems to protect players, educating fans, holding trolls accountable, and living up to the progressive brand they love to advertise. It also means giving players like Clark and her black peers a platform and backing to speak out, not just as a courtesy, but because it's necessary. Ultimately, this isn't just about fixing the WNBA. It's about changing sports culture as a whole. Respect, accountability, and humanity aren't radical ideas, but they are still missing. If the WNBA wants to be the force for change it claims to be, it's time to prove it.